don't know about you guys, but recycling is practically a sport at my house. So the Amazon boxes and the cracker packages are just deconstructed and laid flat. The Nutella and the peanut butter jars scooped out after I've eaten it with a spoon. Washed out, wash out the lid. But sometimes I look at this overflowing recycling bin and I think, does this really help? Well, today we're going to answer that question, and I've got some bad news. You are dumping a few things in your bin that are ending up in the landfill, which is bad news, right? So we need some help wading through the waste. Please welcome Frank Ferragine. Please help us out. A nightmare scenario, because I think a lot of us feel that we want to be helping the earth and we want to help sustainability, and we're doing everything we can in our homes.
Right.
And then it turns out that a lot of these things are actually not helping at all.
No, a lot of it's our habits. You know, sometimes we think if we put it in a blue box at the end of the driveway, it almost gives you peace of mind.
Yeah.
But as a matter of fact, there's a lot of sorting that goes on after, and a lot of that ends up in the landfill. It's only about under 10% of all plastics that you're recycling that are actually getting recycled. You've seen the documentaries that are saying that same plastic waste is now being shipped to other countries. We know that it's ending up in the oceans. We know that it's impacting us at such a great level that we really need to do something about it. And the habits are we need to change. We'll talk about that a little bit later on. But probably the number one thing when it comes to what you can't recycle out there is probably one of the favorite things of many people.
Not the coffee cups.
Yeah, the coffee cup itself. You know, this is something, the coffee culture that we have right now is unbelievable. And we're always going to get a cup of joe.
Yeah.
But this has if you feel that lining that's inside, that lining that keeps that coffee.
It's plastic, isn't it?
It is plastic.
Yeah.
So that's number one of the items out there that cannot be recycled.
Yeah.
All the different.
What else do we got?
The good old
takeaway containers,
Yes.
which I actually use again and again and again. You shouldn't put them in the microwave, though. This is not good for. They're not supposed to be microwavable.
Yes.
But then when you're finally done with them, we put them in the recycling. There's a reason why this can't be recycled, though. What is it?
It's the colored plastic. So really, most colored plastics cannot be recycled.
Yeah.
Because the dye-lot that happens on that, if they then go put them back in, they can't do matching, and really the plastic's integrity has been broken down. So this is another thing that's going to end up in the landfill until we kind of figure out ways to recycle that in a better way.
Yeah.
That's going to be a great concern.
So a little bit of good news, though, is that this, if it's translucent or if it's white, you can recycle it, right?
Yeah, depending upon the municipality as well. So some municipalities will have different laws that will be out there, but they're usually clear plastic. This here, some of the thinner plastics cannot be recycled.
Was my beer in here?
Yeah.
Just joking, I don't drink beer. But yeah, this can't be recycled or can?
No, it cannot. And the other concern that I have with something like this is that for our wildlife, if this gets out and blows out of your recycling bin, you know, different things like ducks and different creatures can get stuck into this, and it will cause big harm. This can cause fatality when it comes to many different things that are out there in wildlife. So this is something that we've got to be concerned. There's got to be a better solution for that. And I know other companies are coming up with better solutions. You know, bags like this.
Yeah, those don't work?
They don't work. They need to go in the garbage. You know, we think, oh, wow, great. And
wash it out. I wash them out.
And you know what? They're good because they're reducing food waste because we can seal them up. But they're bad because then we have to throw them out in the garbage. And then this is the type of plastic that breaks down, goes into our waterways, not just our oceans, but our fresh waterways, our fresh lakes, our streams, and whatnot. You know, right now, plastic, since the 1970s, the increase annually of the use of plastic has just grown and grown and grown and grown.
Yeah.
Now we have to curb that and go back to the 50s about the ways that our parents used to get milk by the milkman in glass bottles.
That's right. Or and use the paper grocery bag or the reusable bags. I mean, the news isn't all bad, and part of what we want to do is give people the knowledge so that we can do things better. But at the end of the day, recycling is not the panacea we think it is.
No.
It's not fixing the planet. So we actually have to shop differently or shop less.
Right, and shop smart.
And shop smart.
Right, that whole instant gratification where you're just doing these little baglet and zip them. And you know, now our kids,
they're smart.
Well, and they have to bring the waste home with them, too.
Oh, they do?
Yeah, they have to bring the
school's like, we don't want any of that.
Yeah.
Okay, small plastics, colored plastic, coffee cups, which is the worst one. We actually have a picture. A lot of people have these signs up in their, you know, in their workplaces, in
Yeah.
their offices that say, hey, put the coffee cups in there and the lids. Guess what? That's going straight into the landfill.
Yeah, sometimes
It's not
even
true.
depending upon the clamshell as well. You saw that too. This is what's
Yeah.
called the clamshell. The reason everybody's like, why do they call this a clamshell, right?
Because it does.
And it opens like a clam, right? I can't even open this one right now. There we go. It opens like a clam. But
Yeah.
depending upon the clamshell, and you can see on the bottom whether they can be recycled and or not. Some will and some won't.
Oh, so you'll see that recycling sign,
Yeah.
which we all know, and that means you can.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good to know.
Yeah.
So look out for that.